Welcome to my channel. Today, what I'm going to cover is Apache Airflow, how we can provide documentation for the DAG. So, documentation for the DAG in UI. So, if you see, there is a DAG UI, okay, for the Airflow UI, okay. If you go into the any DAG, there is nothing you can tell like what this DAG does. If someone unknown person is going to read this DAG, they need to go through the code and try to understand it. If that person is not aware about the Python language, then they won't be able to get almost like anything from the UI. So whether to retry it or whether to stop it, pause it, or check the log, something like that, what this DAG is doing. They aren't aware about this. So what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to create a DAG. Okay, I have a documentation. I'm going to like specify how you can uh, like create a documentation around that tag, which you can be which once like deployed in the Airflow, you can view the documentation on the uh, UI. So let's start. This is the DAG UI. I will just check the DAG documentation. So if you see here, this is the way. If you are a newbie, like you are not aware about how to create the DAGs, so you can go through this documentation. And if you see here, I'm going to use the latest approach, that is using the DAG operator, DAG decorators. Okay, and I'm going to create a empty operator or some task which will do something like a caller request API and check if the everything is proper or not. If not, so then we will add a documentation around that tag. So let's go ahead to the pie chart. Okay, so this is the pie chart. I have created a package. It doesn't need to be created. So if you see the dog dag and then the docs, okay. So I can put this file outside, like on the root folder. Okay. So now it comes under the dag. I can delete this. It's not required now. So if you see, I have created one Python file, dag document example.py. Okay. So this will consist of, and I have a dag doc sample. Okay. So this is the MD markdown. So this is following the markdown, which is you must have seen in the README for the GitHub repos. So this follows that approach, markdown file. So DAG can only read markdown files. Okay, so as a file, if you are trying to specify the documentation, then it can only read the markdown files. So if I go to the documentation, so please note that for DAGs, doc MD is the only attribute interpreted. So if you want to specify a documentation around the DAG, then only attribute which is interpreted is doc MD. Okay, rest is not interpreted. So these are like doc JSON, doc YAML, and doc RST are interpreted as a task. So when you are specifying a documentation for the task, you can specify these along with docmd. Docmd will only work for the uh, whole DAG scenarios. Okay. So if you see, the template reference are recognized by a string indent in .md. If a relative path is applied, it will start from the folder of the DAG file. Also, the template file must exist or Airflow will throw a Jinja to exceptions, template not found exceptions. Okay. So we will cover only the documentation around the DAG part. Okay. So if you see here, okay, so I will import from Airflow dot decorators import DAG. Okay. Then I will define a DAG. Okay, I will call it DAG doc example UI function. I will make it pass. Now I will define the DAG decorator. So start date, will specify date time 2023 1 1. I will import the date time from the datetime package. You can use pendulum also. And restructure this. So something like this we can do. Then schedule going to be at the rate daily. If you see here at the rate daily, so and then catch up equals to false. Okay, so now I will create a task around for this DAG. I will use the task decorator, define something like uh, tell me what to do. Then first I will import this. If you see, it's under Airflow.decorators only. Okay, now I have imported it. I will write a response equals to requests dot get. Okay, I have like PyCharm imported request for me, and then I can get something like google.com return response.json. Then you can call this task, and then I will call the DAG. Now my decorator is ready. I haven't used the documentation anywhere. First, I will show you how you can specify the markdown in the like directly. Okay, and then we can go ahead with the implementation from the file, from a markdown file. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the code, refresh the DAG GUI. Now go to the code, response.json. Okay, yeah. So I got the proper output. Okay. So now my DAG is ready. Okay. So what I will do is first let's go with the something like a doc equals to, okay, hello, this is DAG doc example. Okay. And then I will pass this doc md doc. Okay. I'm passing this doc variable to the doc md. Okay. I have saved it, hopefully. And now I'm going to check the, now if you see here, now you can see the DAG docs here. Okay. If you click, you'll see, hello, this is the DAG doc example. Okay. So this is the way you can specify in the code itself. But this is not a convenient way to do this. So what ideally it should be like, there is a DAG like a DAG documentation, and it should pick up the documentation from a certain path. Okay, so I have kept a doc. So if you see the DAG doc example, This is a DAG, like a documentation overview I have created. It will look something like this. Okay, DAG name, and then overview what this DAG is doing, switch date, start date, owner, purpose, process overview, dependencies, future, failure handling, and all those things you can specify. This is like a code ready. You just need to specify the variables. Okay, and you can have a proper DAG uh, for your uh, like DAG code, DAG documentation for your DAG code. Okay, so what I will do is first, if you go to the documentation, you will see here what they have mentioned is if a relative path is applied, it will start from the folder of the DAG file. Okay, so we will try to specify the absolute path. Okay, so how to get the absolute path in the Python is we have a, OS, we can import like a OS module. Okay, and once OS module is imported, we can have something like a directory name that is os.path dot directory name. There is a function, and if you just pass underscore underscore dunder file, okay, then it this directory name will give you the file directory name of this file where it is. So something like opt airflow under the dax, and then okay, and now need to give the dog file dog path. Okay, dog path. Now we can give this doc os dot path dot join. Okay, let it be doc path. Okay, os dot path join. So what we will do is we will join the directory name. Okay, and then we will join the path. So my doc is in under docs directory dag doc sample.md. Okay, so this is my doc path. It expects a string, so it returns a string only. So os.path.join returns a string path. So the path which it returns is in string format. Okay, so we can pass here doc path, and hopefully it should work. It should like whatever the under the doc dag doc sample.md file, it should display in the Airflow UI. Okay, so let's go there to the Airflow UI, refresh the, go to the dag doc, and it is displaying the documentation. So if you see, this is how it is going to look. It provides everything what I have like provided. So something like you can take this as an example and update this. Okay, I will post this data, like I will post this code and all the DAG document format in the link in the description, and also attached. I'm going to write a Medium article on this, and that article also you can reference for the code. Okay, so this is the way how like Airflow DAG is going to uh, have a documentation around the DAG. Okay, in the next we will cover about the task documentation. So stay tuned. Thank you.